Hello, beautiful people. Just wanted to make a video and share this moment with you. It's one of my favorite moments in the kitchen. It's omelet time. I love making a good omelet. You know, omelets can satisfy the vegetarian. Some vegans are pro omelet, some aren't. But hey, you could replace the egg with a number of different things. You can do tofu. You can do what's that? Tempeh. Tempeh's really good too. Any kind of mashed bean patty is always something that can be used as a fatty protein substitute. Heck, I mean, if you wanted to make a raw omelet, you could even use an avocado mashed up and make like a guac. I'll probably do a video on that. That sounds delicious. Wow. The kitchen's kind of like a really good place, at least for me. I think it would be for anybody. I spent a lot of time in the kitchen with my mom and my grandma, and my great-grandma too when she was with us. And the kitchen was a no no horsing around zone. Like when you were in the kitchen, it was business. And if you weren't a part of the vibe and you weren't on beat with the kitchen and you were throwing that music off beat while the merengue was going or while the salsa music was going, you had to get out of the kitchen. And it was just always a good place to be in the kitchen. It's therapeutic because not what we really don't even pay attention is to how much time we don't spend in the kitchen. And I have been trying to figure out a way to convince everybody to do just this, to take 5 minutes and prepare a meal, because I'm taking my time right now, but legitimately, you can make these things take 5 minutes by taking 5 minutes a day and just start eating better. We all matter here. Should just really eat healthy and take everything in moderation. Don't really need to be an extremist in the kitchen either. It's kind of like a neutral zone. You got allergies? Yeah. Accommodate the allergies and adapt and keep cooking. I like my garlic kind of chunky. Beautiful herb right here. Tons of vitamins, minerals, nutrients, good for the body. It's really what you need. Especially the guys. Ladies too. Just get a rough chop on that. Parsley. It's the key. Parsley. Tons of benefits there. I like a little spice. I don't mind the seeds. Gotta sharpen this knife. I could thank my dad for that. Giving me the resilience to spices. Oops. That's okay. We keep a clean floor. 5-second rule, right? But yeah, you would think that the Puerto Ricans would have been the one to introduce me to hot stuff and hot spices and habanero. Honestly, it was my dad. I loved his hot sauce, especially when he could handle it before, he got older and smoking and high cholesterol kind of messed him up. We've got him on the straight and narrow, though. He's doing great. Got him drinking smoothies. He's got a rowing machine every day. That guy's doing the best he can. He works a pretty crazy job, too. The guy got me into IT work because he's a professional at what he does, and he raised me to be the same. And even when that guy's got all his quotas to meet, he still follows, what I set for him was just make sure you get your smoothie in, make sure you get your rowing in, and then go work your ass off. And he's been doing it since. He eats the same. He's got himself on the same foods every day. He's lost, I think, 50 pounds. He was 290. He's down to 240 now. And I'm shooting to get him off the blood sugar or the blood thinners. That would be an amazing feat to do that. So he's doing great. As long as he keeps drinking those smoothies. You hear me, Pop? We'll keep you on the straight and narrow. Right now I'm just getting a pan heated up, low to medium temperature on the stove with just about a drop of olive oil in it. I have an olive oil mixture that I like. It's got it's olive oils with some chili peppers, olives, and garlic, and just makes the oil kind of a little flavorful. I like to get all those essential nutrients out of garlic. I love garlic. I give it just a good smash and a rough chop because, and I like to eat it as raw as possible too, because the more that you cook garlic, you'll cook away all of that goodness, that spice to it. If you take a piece of garlic, you put it on your thumb, that bam, that hit right there, that smell of garlic, it actually will cleanse you, and you will wind up smelling better than what you're smelling right now, putting on deodorants that have petroleums in them. And you'd be really surprised to see the benefits there. Cooking up some quinoa too for dinner for the hard-working lady. I see that a piece of parsley also wanted to join me. That's fine. Got some onion in there. Leafy greens are important. I know some people don't really like too many leafy greens, so I chose the littlest baby leaf of kale that I could find. Just kidding. Love me some chard. Love it. Love, love, love it. Vitamins. So we just get that pan heating up. Just to a low heat. Don't want anything getting too crazy. Oh, want to keep the stems out too. I've got the kale underneath that chard, and just give it a rough chop, Protect your fingers. Make sure you leave the kitchen with all your digits. We don't need any insurance claims. We're staying away from that. Wonderbra. Cool. So we'll keep our scraps off to the side here. We could actually get the eggs back in this refrigerator. Great, take the parsley back to the refrigerator. There we go. Stems are undesirable. You could go soak them in water. As a matter of fact, I'll show you guys that after this. Soaking them in water is really awesome. Maybe that's just what I'll do with all these stems that I got here. Don't mind the beans. Got my fork here. Get my eggs ready. So here's my trick to the eggs. I add my turmeric. I love turmeric, and I add it right into my egg yolk. Now I'm gonna add a little bit of paprika, because I love myself to have me some kick. I like to get my sinuses cleared out a little bit. Those are optional. And then another optional one as well, little cayenne pepper. I like to spice it up a little bit. You know, to each his own. Make it how you like it. Make it for the tongue. Don't satisfy the belly. Don't satisfy your, well, satisfy your tongue. Reprogram the tongue. Get a little bit of dry collection right there. I'll just whip these up. We'll get the big sizzle moment, huh? There we are. You know what? That's looking a little light. Yeah. Oop. Looking much better now. Make sure you wash your hands when you handle eggs. Alright. So we'll get these eggs going. So we got it at about a 4. But once we get the eggs in there, raise up the heat. Next thing I like to do is get my onions and my garlic in there. Right on top. Yep. Then I'll get my mushrooms, and then I'll get my leafy greens just to cover the top of it. Cover that up. Turn the heat up to a pinch over halfway, just a pinch. Here's a little bonus content too. Whip up some kidney beans, yeah. These kidney beans and this quinoa will be dinner for Angie when she gets home. And it will also be my lunch tomorrow. I'll say probably brunch. I'll be on the road by 4 or 5 a.m. to make it to my destination by about 10 a.m. And then when I get there, right, I'd probably say 10:30 is when I'll probably crack into it and heat that up. Yum, yum, yum. Quinoa, delicious. Looking really good. I don't know why, but I like quinoa to look like it has some contrast. I just enjoy doing it. I think it makes it look better. And it's just another way to get a little bit of macro, micro going. You know? I like to enhance my meal. I like my meal to have purpose. Because if we eat once a day and we can get ourselves to that point, we would want our meals to serve purpose if that is your goal. And even if you're trying to put on weight, if you're trying to lose weight, each meal should serve purpose. It's kind of a backwards concept to say, I want to achieve such a high result in little time with a pill or with just a shake that comes like pre-made in a carton where you just twist off and drink it. Now, this kind of little bit of time is awesome. This can all be done. A meal like this can be prepared and cooked in 5 minutes. The result of this can be prepared in 5 minutes and then cooked another time in 5 minutes. So if you have 15 minutes in the morning to cook and prepare for later in the day, so that later in the day you're not spending a half hour in the kitchen on this, you're spending 15 minutes in the kitchen on your dinner because everything's prepared. It's all about making micro adjustments and reprogramming the day, because with doing so, we have available to us now the knowledge and the practices to truly reprogram ourselves, because the old 1950s rulebook is out. And if we reprogram ourselves, we can get ourselves to a point where our bodies will self-sustain and correct all of the wrongdoing that we've done for so long. And it will do it on its own. It'll suck. You'll feel like shit some days, but you're going to feel awesome other days. You're going to be in such a euphoric state on some days that you'll ask yourself, why haven't I done this sooner? And it's so easy. And you won't have to spend extra money. You'll notice that you'll actually wind up saving money doing this, because you won't find yourself feeling the need to fill so many gaps, because you'll be bridging your own gaps and filling these voids. And it all starts right here, right now, in your kitchen, in as little as 5 minutes. Ooh. If I could get a little fluff out of her, that's good. There we go. Oh yeah. There we go. Like to get a little bit of movement. Drop that heat down low. Omelette for me. Big strong guy. Need my protein. Come on, let's get some light on that. The white button mushrooms. Big time for dudes that are trying to keep up with testosterone. I know people are a little bit against fungi, but hey man, it's good fungi. There's good and bad with everything, and I say good to a lot of bad things because, and you know, take that with a grain of salt, because when bad things start coming your way, you ought to feel good about it, because that's challenges. That's just more things to overcome in the day. Got my chard, got my leafy greens, got my parsley for my vitamin A, keep my testosterone high, make sure that I frickin' stay sustained, man. I swear parsley is what keeps me going. Parsley and spinach, making sure I get my beans. I love my beans. Here's another thing that we ought to start getting friendly with. Nutrition facts. We need more of that. More of that. Alright? I told you guys I would show you what goes down with the beans, alright? So I showed you like a little contrast in my quinoa. This is kind of like a twofer, you know? This is a good 2 for 2. It might be a 2 for 20. I'm not sure what my time mark's at. It could be at 20 minutes right now, so let's call this 2 for 20. I don't know. And I'll show you how we get down with some beans and quinoa. So I drain my beans if they come out too juicy. The beans got enough juice on their own. Not too juicy with the beans. Smashed up my garlic like usual. I'm just going to give it a rough chop here. Let me get this omelet out of the way. I'm ready to chow down on that. We'll go back over here real quick. 2 seconds. Angie and I come from a Puerto Rican background. Well, hold on. I almost made a huge controversy. I'm the Puerto Rican. She's just Spanish. We had this whole thing going for the longest time about, I swear she told me she was Mexican, and that she was Mexican on her father's side, and she swears up and down that she never said anything, but I don't know. I just shake my head and I said, okay. Pretty much I said, bien, bien, bien. So I'll give this garlic and this onion a rough chop. And the reason why I was talking about our culture is because Angie likes a little kick too, especially in her beans. She does not mind the seeds in a jalapeno. She'll throw the seeds of a habanero in there. She's a feisty little pistol. Yeah. You know, she's also a very good friend of mine, and she used to be addicted to sugar, and we managed to get her off of sugar. It took about a week, and we got her off sugar entirely. And she has, since then, she's lost weight. She's hitting her weight goals. She feels better during the day. She's not tired. She's not needing any pick-me-ups during the day, like more candy. She was the type of person that had candy in her pocket. And, you know, she's not doing that anymore. She's smoothie every day, you know. She goes through lunch, you know, either fasting till dinner, or if not, she'll just nibble on something, some macronutrients, some olives or some nuts or something. And she's not hooked on candy anymore. She won't even eat ice cream. Sometimes, like on a cheat day or something like that, at least for me to have a cheat day, I'll say like, hey, do you want to go get a milkshake? She'll be the one to be like, no, nope, don't want to do it. And it's pretty awesome to see that, because that's huge, to cut sugar out of your diet, like what that does for your body entirely. Major benefits if you start cutting out the bad sugars and start getting the good sugars inside of you, because Mother Nature put good sugars there, and we need those good. Well, we don't really even need them, but hey, if you want something sweet, you need to eat some of that. You know what I'm saying? So boom, we got our spice. All right, since I said sugar, I like a little bit of consistency here too. Since we said sugar, I'll let you know. Boom. Yeah. Yes. That is right. Oh, I think we do have one. No, gotta go over here. We've got it. Just half. It's only supper time. It's not a dessert. I used to hate this stuff. I hated it. My mom would always tell me to put it in my tea. Whenever I got sick, she was another one that was just amazing growing up to have around as an influence, because it was always whole foods. An old school holistic, you know, grandma approaches, grandma style, old style approaches to healing and problems and stuff. My mom wasn't always the one to say, like, the first thing we ought to do is throw some NyQuil on that situation. You know, she would approach it with teas, with soups, with vegetables and fruits before she went in with the heavy guns. And she's a nurse, so she knows better than I do. And I have her to thank for all of this. And especially this. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to eat that. So I added a little bit of honey in there, some garlic chopped up, jalapenos, red onions. Red onions are very good for the detox process. I'll probably wind up just using the last of this onion and throwing it in there. And then my quinoa, I added a little bit of consistency to both the rice and the beans. I added flaxseed, ground up flaxseed. It just helps everything kind of pass. It also has a really good absorption. I guess I'll just say absorption rate for bad toxins, to pull the bad toxins out of your digestive tract and keep everything moving, all the bad bacteria, so that your body is cleared up, so that it has time to soak up the good bacteria, all the good stuff that it's making. Because the enzymes in our stomach really need to be introduced to all these changes very, very, what would I say, progressively. Because if it's all done at once, it becomes a shock. It takes time. It took a long time for us to get to this stage of sickness that we're at. And we need to approach this in the kitchen and start to heal ourselves, because the only way to fix this sickness is to eat the right stuff. And I get it, it might be hard to do that. Trust me, I know. But it can be done. It's worth doing. You want to be able to sustain yourself for the longevity. Your life depends on it. Your family depends on it. Your kids depend on it. Your grandmother depends on it. Your colleagues. Everyone. Especially if it's that old guy that comes in on Tuesdays and he's there to see you every Tuesday. He depends on you. So make sure that you guys are taking care of yourselves. I've chopped up the last of my onion. I've ripped up this chard to shreds. Chopped up the last of this jalapeno. I've got a little bit of cleaning up to do. This will turn into dinner for Angie. And that was just a sneak peek. We saw the omelet. Any questions or anything like that, just reach out to me, guys. Nothing but love. I'm going to hop off here and get the cleaning and get to eating on this omelet. Alright? We'll get one more shot of that omelet, huh? One more shot. One more shot. One more shot. Yeah. It looks really good. It's looking really good. Alright, guys. Thanks for hanging out. I actually could see the timer now. It's been 28 minutes. So we'll say 2 for 14, 2 for 15. Take the time out of the day, guys. This is easy stuff. If you guys need any help, just reach out. I'm happy to help. One-on-ones, no matter what. I'm about just making sure that we do this. It doesn't matter. Let's just do it together, alright? Cool. See ya.